5 characters again. Do you want to do 3 or 2?
I'm gonna do 2 again. So
Okay.
Lord.
So 3 for me, which are Jade. I keep saying I can't do a good Jade voice. Dirk. Ooh.
Thank God. Thank God.
And Kanaya. All right. Which means you're doing the dead cherub with the red text and Roxy.
Dead cherub.
Yeah.
Who will remain nameless.
Yeah.
Know her name.
She's right, of course. I do have to be stopped. Not because I'm really that bad. I mean, I don't think I am. I understand if there are those who disagree. If my agenda was to try as hard as I could to make sure no one thought I sucked, what the fuck would ever get done? How would I go about taking this world or shaping reality for the better? And if I didn't bother pursuing those goals and thereby tacitly accepting the untold suffering that results of my inaction, wouldn't that make me a bad person? If I try and succeed, I'm a hero, right? And if I try and fail, at least I made things interesting on my way to the grave. There will be a tragic nobility in that. And the way I see it, settling for anything less from my art would be, frankly, pathetic. So yeah, of course I know I had to be stopped. It's part of the contract, what you sign up for when you assume the burdens of the source of power. When there is that which must be subdued and suborned for the greater good, there is that which will instinctively resist. That which intuits that whatever's going on here is wrong. Otherwise, intervention wouldn't even be necessary, would it? If reality and those within it were already so intrinsically pliable, so amenable to deviating from their own nature, the sins of men and faults of God would have no rigidity or resilience. There'd be no challenge in forcing their correction, no reward in ramming salvation down their throats. I know this isn't coming cheap, as I'm trying to do. The cost of it is knowing I need to be stopped. I accept it consciously, and when the time comes, if it comes, I'll offer myself up gladly. But I'm not a fool. I know what accepting this cost really means through any objective narrative faculty. No matter how I rationalize things, how grandly I orate my supreme designs, or how indulgent and self-obsessed my concluding soliloquy may come across, I'm perfectly aware of what I've become in all practical ways. I'm the villain now. It's gotten impossible for me to see the results as anything but inevitable from the day I was spawned from a puddle of slime. I want to be a good person. I believe I am a good person, but when you're someone like me, good is never going to be quite good enough. The problem is, I think power like mine can only make antagonistic intent unavoidable. Who could wield such control over people's choices in the course of events without ultimately becoming the enemy of anyone who notices? Maybe only a stronger person than I can manage to pull it off. Someone like Dave. So when I say I know I need to be stopped, I guess it's more than just accepting my end of a diabolical bargain. I know I need to be stopped because I'm sure deep down, somewhere inside my infinitely recursive sense of self, I know what's going on here is all a little bit sick. To be honest, I've considered killing myself and sparing reality all the trauma from the jump. I mean, a legit suicide, not one of those melodramatic forced suicidal plays for attention, sympathy, or Jake's sick. But to really do it for keeps, for a truly selfless purpose, nah, too cowardly for that. Too afraid to stop existing for good. Wouldn't you be if you were me? I guess therein lies the problem. If I weren't me, obviously I'd consider myself much less indispensable. Only worthless people permit themselves the great luxury of a valorous sacrifice. When the deed is done, what was really lost? It's like the guy in the mailroom quitting in a self-righteous huff. Who the fuck were you again? No, when a sense of self is so substantial, when the face of everything turns on every vain whim of an ego this sprawling, this entrenched in the very medium that contains the wealth, there's a certain existential sunk cost that goes with the whole deal. A persona that fast doesn't just self-terminate, it wouldn't allow itself to. That's why when someone finally comes knocking for the price I owe, I'll fully welcome it. But by then, this will have been a long time coming, and I'll probably have done way more than my share to make sure, somewhere along the way, it's all got fit into motion. What good is a villain who doesn't have a satisfying dramatic comeuppance in store for him? So yeah, the next time I die, let's pencil this in as a just death. And let's also have it on good authority the next time Dave cuts on my head, it'll be for good. I'll be looking forward to that day just as much as the next guy. Am I doing?
I'm gonna cry.
No, you're doing Roxy, right?
So, Dirk needs to be stopped from doing what again?
Everything, whatever he's trying to do right now. Like, woof, this is going to be hard to explain. Are you sure, Jade? After all, he is the one who provided me with the medicine to just wake you up. He did? Yes. Huh. Okay, but he's the one who shot me in the first place. He what?
Why would he do that?
He needed me to be asleep so that he could, what's going on right now is really abstract. I'm sorry, but you have to believe me, this is a crisis. Okay, but maybe we shouldn't rush a judgment. You have been in a coma for some time. Maybe it's best to take a little while to recover and then gather your thoughts. But, for now, I don't see much reason to doubt Dirk's good intentions. He gave me this medicine, and we just had a pretty good talk today. I think it helped me clear the air on a few things. And now I feel better, I think. Sad and heartbroken, yes, but free.
Free? What are you talking about, Kanaya? What did he say?
He's going to take good care of Rose. Probably much better than I'd ever be able to. I'll miss her, but I'm at least thankful for that. Thankful? Did Dirk kidnap Rose? No, it's not like that at all. You see, okay, yes, I know how this would sound.
So, like, where is Rose? Is she with him?
Yes, well, I guess they have formed a strong human familial bond, such as it is no longer necessary for Rose to have me as her spouse. And now they will leave this planet together and do important things, I guess, which do not concern us.
What?
No, I know. It probably sounds, well, I know how it sounds, but please believe me, this appearances are misleading here.
The appearance that, like, the dude just kidnapped your fucking wife and pieced out?
Yes, You see, something's wrong. Can I just ask, how did you come to feel this way? Like, to be this okay with us, I mean? Did Dirk convince you to be fine with this directly, like in a conversation, or did you just make peace with this on your own? I was running around desperately trying to catch them in the act of their duplicitous behaviour, and then I sat down and thought about it, and realised I was being foolish, and that it was better to let Rose go if that is what she really wanted. There! That's it! That's what I'm talking about. Kanaya, there's no way you would just let Rose go like that without someone pulling the strings. Dirk's been fucking with you. He's been fucking with all of us.
God damn, really?
Yes. Kanaya, think about it for a second. Think about how you really feel about Rose, about all of this. Are you sure you're just fine with Rose leaving like that? It's fine, Kanaya. Why don't we just say I'm invoking the mercy rule here? Jade is onto me, obviously, but I wouldn't have let her wake up if there was anything you could all do about it by now. As a cherub resurfaces in her mind, I'll be fading out of here soon anyway. I don't see any reason to keep my dear friends in limbo any longer than they need to be. So forget what I said. All that stuff about you not being good enough for her, it probably wasn't true. I mean, what do I know? How worthy you are of another's company is just a matter of the choices you make, right? I'm sure you could figure out how to prove your worth to her if you really tried. For now, the only thing that really matters is to acknowledge it's too late for any of that. Wait, I'm confused. Why didn't I at least demand to see my wife before they departed while I had Dirk on the phone?
Oh my god, you didn't even see her before she left?
No. At the time, it didn't feel right to ask, I guess. I was so devastated I thought that I should just... I don't know what I thought. What was I thinking? Kanaya stares into the distance. The best fucking question anybody ever asks is, why am I so fucking awesome? I believe I've recently provided more than enough material to supply an answer to that question, but Kanaya may have just asked the second best fucking question anybody ever asked. What was she thinking? What are any of us thinking, really? Who's doing the thinking and who's having the thoughts? The more you study the question, the more it all seems the more it seems all concrete forms of accountability go up in smoke. Her original thoughts were never that important, and the significance of the idea that she was the one authoring them was always a bit overrated. My mission is to someday clear this all up for everyone, remove the ambiguity, suck the mud out of the water. It's be a lot best that way, trust me. Have I lost my fucking mind? She's really pissed. Yikes. Couldn't pay me to be in that room right now, not for all the agency in the world. What has Dirk done to my wife?
Whoa, what do you mean there?
He did something to her. He has corrupted her in some way. I know Rose. I love Rose. She would never do something like this to me. She wouldn't do it to anyone, not unless she was under duress in some way. It's Dirk. It's always been Dirk. He is behind this. I'll get him for this. I swear that I shall make him pay dearly for stealing my beloved wife. Jade! She uses both hands to grab Jade by the hospital gown and starts shaking her vigorously, but she's unlikely to get answers from her that way. If anything, she'll cause her to go silence a lot more quickly than she was about to anyway. She's just arresting the spirit from her slumber. Tell me everything you know. Why does Dirk have to be stopped? What does that mean? How did you know all this? Tell me your secrets, damn it. Kanaya, please stop shaking me. I'm sorry. When I was asleep, I saw things and was visited in my dreams by the old muse who once helped us, Callie's ghost double, and there was so much. All these memories from different timelines and such. Sad memories, visions of death and sacrifices, a great battle with Lord English. It was also overwhelming and hard to make sense of. Yes, but what about Dirk? I'm trying to get to that. The thing with Dirk is... It's happening. Roxy notices right away because she's seen it before, and now Kanaya sees it too. A distant look in her eyes as she trails off. They get cloudy, turn grey, and then fill in completely, as if jet black ink were flooding the vitreous bodies of her eyeballs. Jade doesn't hear anymore. And with that, I'll be getting my hat and coat, so to speak. No use lingering around here much longer. The cherub's already beginning to drown me out. I can feel it. This time, I'm ready. Jade? Jade?
Oh no, not again with this shit.
Jade, no, please snap out of this grim condition of sorts. I need you to tell me what you know. She's not going to tell you shit. Not for a good while anyway. It's up to the cherubs to let go of her now, and I doubt she'll do that before I'm light years away from this planet. She'll keep jamming my signal and won't dare risk stopping until she knows I'm at a safe distance. Kind of a catch-22, right, Kanaya?
Getting farther away from the microphone.
Oh, the one who's protecting you all from my influence is also blocking you from getting any answers. Not that you'd even know what to do with them.
They will know what to do when they are ready.
Ha, sure. They'll all just hop in a spaceship and go on a wild goose chase trying to hunt me down. I know this already. It's really not rocket science, except for the fact that it literally is.
Kanaya, please chill. I've seen this before. There's no breaking her out of this, except, I guess by doing what Dirk did? Shooting her and waking her up and... Man, poor Jade.
Yes, poor Jade. Poor me. Poor Rose. Poor everyone. Fuck Dirk. Ah! She picks up the heart monitor and throws it out the hostel window. Holy shit.
She picks up the heart monitor and throws it out the hospital window.
Oh, yeah, I guess I don't need to fucking do this anymore. Don't worry, I'll bow out. Seems like you got this from here. Go nuts, Skullgirl.
The monitor smashes on the pavement below, shattering into 1,000 pieces. Spectators gather around and look up. Roxy is looking out the broken window with an apologetic demeanor, a hand to his mouth. Kanaya drops to the floor and begins weeping again. She feels the sorrow anew from her wife's departure, with a sense of rage and pain unshrouded by the veil of the prince. Neither she nor her friends will have to worry about him anymore, so long as they remain on this planet and under my protection.
But a bunch of them won't remain, will they? They won't be able to help themselves. You know that. He has to be stopped. He has to be stopped.
Huddled on the floor, she repeats this pledge to herself. Theoretically, he could be stopped before he leaves if they hurried. They would need to know what to do, where to go, and to have the motivation to do it, but time is short. I could push them to with a certain degree of intervention, but I will not. My unwillingness to do so is what separates me from him, and what corporeal life needs now is someone presiding over them who is nothing like him at all.
That's a nice line. I get why you want to dial up the drama, making your grand re-entrance and all. The fact is, even if they wanted to, even if you brain fry them all to become your own personal cherubic puppets and sent them on the warpath to come get me, they still never catch me. You don't get it. I'm already gone.